What up, y'all? It's your boy, Trey the Stoner Beast, man. Just wanted to get on here and talk about the new MPC XL that's coming out. My thoughts on it, whether I'm gonna get one or not, what I'm thinking. Also, want to offer a little bit of advice to some of the up and coming producers out there. So let's start on my thoughts with the MPC XL that's about to come out. Um, I think that joint is dope. It looks hard. All the little AI renderings or whatever they had everybody in a frenzy. That shit looked hard. Now there's like a real official looking photo of the joint out. A couple other YouTubers have done some videos and whatnot on it. Maybe I'll throw a picture of it up on the screen for y'all to check it out or whatever. Or you can go Google it, whatever. But yeah, man. I think that I think it's good for the game, man. Like to give people another weapon they can use, um, which is dope. Um, it'll probably gain a lot of new fans for Akai and for music production as a whole. So that's good. Um, am I gonna get one? Probably not initially because I just got this 37. I was kind of late to the game when So I'll give y'all a little history on my production journey, how I started. I started off with an MV8000. This is like in 2000 and I don't know, maybe 2008 or something like that, 2007, 8, something like that in that area of time. Um, MV8000, then FL Studio, then Logic. Then I bought this MPC that's sitting right here, the 2000. Bought that. Um, and then for a while, when Machine came out, I jumped on the Machine bandwagon, stayed there for a while because it was just a killer setup. The plugins was crazy. I had the whole complete. I had complete back then, like it was complete 8. I think it's on 16 or something now, 15, 16, whatever. I had complete 8 Ultimate. I got it on it. I still have it. It's installed on an old computer that I have sitting off to the side or whatnot. But um, yeah, I had that. Did that. Did Machine for a long time. Did Logic for a long time. Just producing straight in the box with Logic using the machine. I always like the tactileness of these machines. This one for like new production, it's pretty limited as far as like getting sounds into it or whatever. Uh, you're gonna have to go get you some keyboards and stuff like that to really have a nice sound set, which I like to have. So I was mainly an in the box producer for a long time. I remember then after Machine came out, Akai came out with the Renaissance, which I felt like was just a controller with software that wasn't as good as Native Instruments, so I skipped it. Um, I saw when they came out with the live, the first live and the X. Thought they was hot, but I didn't need it because I was, producing in the box. You know what I'm saying? I went back to FL. I had another MacBook Pro before. I have a MacBook Pro right here up here. You can't see it on screen right now, but had another MacBook Pro, maxed out, i7. I think 32 gigs of RAM, whatever. All the plugins, big 4 terabyte hard drive, all that. Externals, all that. MIDI keyboard setup. Love that setup. Um, and I just kind of stuck there, and I would get new plugins here and there and whatnot. But then after a while, I got to the point where I saw this joint when it first came out. I saw the hoopla, all the marketing, I was watching everybody's videos, you know what I'm saying, Bolo's videos, you know what I'm saying, really was kind of the ones that kind of convinced me to get this joint. But I was watching like all the guys that had got this joint when it first came out, and videos on this, videos on the 61 because the 61 came out way before this one did. So I saw the 61. I thought it was dope. I saw Zay cooking up on the 61. I saw a bunch of cats cooking up on the 61. Thought it was hot. Played with it in Guitar Center a couple times. I really didn't understand the workflow that good, but it was similar to my old MP kind of. So I was kind of I did all right in it or whatever, but I don't know. It just didn't make me want to cop. Um, but I heard that they had plugins, so I kind of started thinking like, okay, now they kind of leaning towards the way that I like to produce, which is with plugins, you know. But we still don't have like third party plugins in the standalone, which I think is coming with this XL, because there's rumors that we're gonna be getting an XL with a keyboard. So I'm kind of like, man, if they come up with an XL with a keyboard, then what I might do is use this for uh, just producing on the go. Like when I'm, you know, if I go to another guy's studio or something like that, I'll bring this joint and maybe I'll get that XL with the keys for my main jump off here and you know, use that for like my main production uh you know, main mode of production, you feel me? Like this will be more of like, you know, I might even take this home because I'm like at like one of my spaces where I create, and also run a lot of my e-commerce stuff out of this space that I'm in now, shooting this video. Um, so, and this is also a space where I'll bring people to record, so we can record and we can smoke and we can do whatever we want. My, you know, my old lady ain't got to be walking around. She ain't got to make sure she's appropriate. You know, so she can be comfortable at home while I'm working with an artist here. So that's great. Um, so yeah, that's those are my thoughts. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, man. But you know, my advice for y'all young producers, up and coming producers, um, I feel like the new MPC, the XL joint, it's gonna be, I consider it a high level piece, being like about what, $2,800 I think they said, plus tax, you know, taxes, and then if you get it shipped, you're gonna pay a couple bucks. You know, you're gonna be, you know, in that low three range, probably like 32, 3,300 bucks, maybe 34. I don't know what the tax is in your area or whatever, but probably 30 something $100 for something um that, I mean, I know it's gonna be hard because like the plugins sound good. Like in this, like I just, and I just got a bunch of key group sounds too, like a bunch of synths and stuff. Been downloading a bunch of that stuff, and the ecosystem is now really deep. You know what I'm saying? Really deep, man. Like you can get sounds for these joints like real easy now. You can make your own key groups. Um, I've really fell in love with the flow of working on this thing because it's like I love FL, but like I just love like touching and like actually, you know, getting, you know, actually grooving on this thing is totally different than like clicking around on FL. Even though, you know, I like to play my melodies in, I like to play my drum, I like to play my drums in or whatever, use the note repeats. You know what I'm saying? Play my drums in, I like to play my keys in and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, young producers, man. I mean, if you got bread, get you one. If you got bread like that, get you one. If you don't, if you got like, you know, FL, um you got FL, you got Logic or whatever you using, man. I don't really care. Cubase, whatever you using, bro. Whatever you use that shit until you get your money up, man. Get you a plan to make you some money off of this stuff, cause you know, throughout my career, like I bought different computers, different plugins, different setups, but I don't really make a lot of money off of my beat productions and shit. So, you know, trying to change that, but you know, if you're like me and you don't really get no money like with your music or whatever, then you know, I would try to like use what you got, man. You know, if you're just starting, you're thinking about buying a MPC or piece of software. Do your research, figure out what fits your budget the best to where you get a complete setup. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you only got a couple $100, you can get FL, and you ain't never produced. If you ain't never produced and you got a couple $100, you can get like FL producer edition. I think it's like $299 or something. You can get that joint, and you know, it comes with a good little amount of VSTs and sounds to where, and then you can go online and get so much stuff to where it's going to make that setup really crazy, and you can just tap around on your little laptop keys until you could get them money to get you a little controller or whatever and just build it up from there. But I mean, if you got some bread and you really want to step up and get you like one of these, this is a dope. This for me, this is like the entry level. This is the entry level of Akai right here. You know what I'm saying? So either get you one of these and get you one of them One Pluses. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of cats going hard with them One Pluses, man. Like even big name dudes. You know what I'm saying? I think Conductor uses a One Plus. You know what I'm saying? He fire and he getting money off his production. If he wanted to, I know now that bag right, he can get that XL or whatever the fuck he want. So I would say get you some paper off your music. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna lease beats, sell beats, whatever, start working with artists in your area, do whatever, get you some songs, get you some paper coming in off this shit, and then spend the big bag like that. Don't spend the big bag off front because there's way cheaper ways to get into this shit. So yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it brief, man. I'm gonna stop the video here. Peace.